Thanks for staying with us. We're still discussing this issue with the Code of Conduct Bureau, and we'd like to open our phone lines to call us to let us know if they would be taking this opportunity to call out especially public servants who they believe are having money beyond their means. You can call us on 020-1635-2013, 090-241-63440. You can also send us messages on X. We'll be happy to read your thoughts. Nima.
Okay. So the Code of Conduct Bureau is established to receive declaration of assets from civil servants, keep those records, and then we are supposed to help them compare it.
It's nothing good.
No, I wanted one now. Because if you're in level 1 and so, or level 8 or level whatever, who should know what you're earning? Is it the NLC or who public? It is the business of the Code of Conduct Bureau. They even know what these senators who always give us conflicting figures actually earn. Because those figures that they say, I cannot, you know, once I approach a senator, what's your real salary? You say, it's not public, it's not for public consumption. That's what most of the senators have been doing. But they know. They ought to do their duty. The only job they were given is for that asset declaration, asset monitoring, investigation. Now
to give us the job.
You now say I should be whistleblowing. If it's from Babele that I would do it. Yes, it's only most likely from malicious prosecution. Yes. I will do it. True. I'll just be looking at it's not adding mass.
There will be evidence of that ostentatious.
I don't have. That's the thing.
There'll be.
I don't know the basis for comparison. I hear her.
But you don't know. I don't know what you're earning.
Yeah.
Now I'm just going to look at it. Last week, Orago.
And that's what they want us to do.
No,
we can't do that.
They want us to do that.
So that means the CCB is not a serious agency. They want to now leave work and be helping us to do malicious prosecution. Because if I don't look at Morai or I go, they're not Dubai. This. These two cars came. Hello, CCB. Check Morayo.
Simple.
So, yes, and that's what will begin to happen.
Right now, when CCB is checking Morayo, change. BC what do new wig again? Check BC.
That's what we. That's what will happen.
Let me.
She has a point.
We discussed this thing. We discussed something similar
a
few weeks ago. And when we were discussing it, I was of the opinion that we do not want, when we're discussing that guy that opened the body, the body, Sheyi body, I said, I don't want us to become this suspicious set of people that were now looking at everybody from a place of success is not common. So we're looking for the successful person that we can sort of like call out. And that's the reason I would say that the CCB's statement, while coming from a good place, can be found to have a lot of loopholes in between it. While we're on a break, we mentioned something. You asked
Can
about.
I pause you for a second? Hold it for a minute. Good morning. Thanks for calling. You're holding. You're live. I'm so sorry. Go ahead.
Sorry. You asked about. You were saying about NDLEA is getting it right. You know, and I said NDLEA is seen to be getting it right. The key word is seen because they have a very strong communicating. The units they are. The unit that handles Femi Babafemi's unit is working. Every agency needs, you don't just need somebody that has worked 10 years in media or broadcast journalist. You need someone that the person understands the responsibility on them to let Nigerians see the good work you're doing. So if CCB's work, and I read papers every day, so I'm not an uninformed Nigerian. If the CCB, the Code of Conduct has been publishing the investigations ongoing. That's what we are investigating 50 people. We have been able to prosecute 10 people. Last week we took 5 to court. Next week we're taking 10 to court. If you tell me to do whistleblow, I will not. All this English Nima is speaking invalidated immediately. Why? Evidence day. Nigerians need to see more evidence, not even just CCB, even FIRS, even though, let us see the work you are doing. When Lagos wanted to change and campaign for tax people to start paying their taxes, I remember the former governor of other BRF then was publicity of this is what we use your tax to do. This road was by your tax. So people could see that what we are doing, we need to see because we currently don't trust the government. Justifiably so over the past years. We've seen people that we feel this person no pure and the person is walking away free. So if you let us know that we investigated, even the EFCC, currently, you know, they called a lot of people for investigation. They called E-Money, called Obi Kubana, when you called all of those people, after, can you please tell us that we've investigated them
and they are clean?
We found out that there wasn't, we don't have enough evidence. Or they explained, they've justifiably explained the reason, and they will not say, okay, we move on. But if you don't give us that level of closure, we will just assume that they have connection.
Perception is reality only if reality is untold.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. So I wanted to add to what Nima is saying. She has a very major point, right? Even though she's playing, even though she's playing around it, but she's making some very valid points. And I would like to highlight a bit of it. I started from the beginning. Let
me take Pastor Dari. He's been holding for a while. Good morning, Pastor Dari. You're live.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, the CCB chairman telling Nigerians to report public officials living above their means. Within themselves, don't they have a mechanism where they can actually, monitor the government officials? Even now, if you decide to report, how safe are you? Because we're in a climate that if you're trying to prevent something from happening, before you know, your identity will be disclosed. So don't they have measure within themselves to gauge how public officials are living above their means? And you can see it clearly. The poor are getting poorer and the rich are becoming richer. And now let's look at this thing holistically. Somebody worked for 35 years and 3 months leave of notice, yet he or she may not be able to get his gratuity before he even dies. Then the moment they get opportunity in the office, they gather what they need to gather because they know that the system is not strong. Until we have strong institutions rather than strong individuals, then we start still going around this same vicious circle. God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. So I was saying that Nima has some valid points that I would like to highlight. So I started in the beginning by saying that we need to have something to compare to. We need to have a knowledge of what the civil servants are earning. It's not difficult to put it up on a website, have a website where you can go. It's also encouraging to people who want to get into public service. You go there, see which level, this is what they are earning, these are the allowances that come, these are their bonuses, if they are traveling, these are their ESTA codes, these are some of the perks that they get. You see that. Now, when you see someone who is spending above the level that the person is, so we also need to be informed as individuals to understand that, this one that Moriah is spending money, which level is Moriah? Before we go and whistle blow Moriah, and she's not even at that level that we are calling her for. So if we have all of this, it will be natural for people to feel, this money that she's spending, I bet she's doing, and we also need to do another form of investigation, and that's why I see that they are trying to put all the work on us. While I understand that it's important for Nigerians to be held responsible, hold on now. What if this civil servant is also doing other side hustle that is giving them extra money?
And all of them have side hustle.
The burden of proof is on me to so that doesn't work.
But we need to have a clear understanding of what civil servants earn.
Let me ask you guys a question.
Let's start from there.
When we are trying to rebuild a nation, we've all been here, where 4 or 5 years ago we're complaining. Let there be an opportunity for us to report. Because where we are right now, we are speaking English. But 10 years ago, especially around that time when the show started, people didn't have that voice. You didn't even have the audacity to ask questions. But we've evolved into a nation where I can ask somebody a question. What is going on here? Why is this person spending like this? So the country has evolved. And I'm seeing a CCB chairman saying, you know what? Guys, we need you to get involved. We can't do this by ourselves. We are working. They're working, but they need Nigerians to participate.
There's also a trust issue. Yes. When former Minister for Information, Lai Mohammed, was announcing that whistleblower policy, he was carrying the placard
up and down.
Money, whistleblower protection. People were bloggers were sharing stories that were raised from weddings of the Minister for Justice at the time, Malami's children, and hotels that were being opened in, what's that state of origin again, in the north. I beg, what was CCB
doing at the time?
Hold on, I'm coming somewhere. Because I, 20 years ago, more than 20 years ago, before I got married, witnessed a woman who was defrauded along the Badagry Expressway, Ata Malonta. Yeli, that's what we used to call her. She is pepper seller. She took her time to find those fraudsters to their house and took her time to go to a police station and report. Put her Modalari on the streets of my house. The next morning, somebody had told the fraudsters
that she was the one.
They followed her to her house.
And so we're trying to fix that.
Wait now. If the investigation was properly done on their own
20 years ago, yes,
we will not have problem. I'm not coming even to the last administration. Public officers, she be the man talk. Public officers, we felt, what thing they happen here? The untouchables, they were not touchable.
Which one?
The one I mentioned, the Minister for Justice, whose flying dollars and weddings were flying.
They shared iPhones.
We were looking at videos online. Is it me we wake CCB chairman, please, so help us to untouch light in that place? Because
Okay, I hear your
where are the
point.
institutions?
I hear your point.
So now you're not telling us that besides all of this that has happened, that you failed to wake up.
We should not be waking up our neighbors.
So that the head. Okay.
I don't like your
Why you
face
change
today.
cars?
I don't like
It's
your
like
face. I'm going to
this
report
is
you.
card.
Okay,
See your shoe. I'm going to
You
report
finally
you.
landed your point. I mean, maybe I didn't understand
That's
it
all.
before. Now I understand it. But let me go on a short break. Yes, I think I have a call. I'm not even going to break. I'm not even sure what the producer said. Let's go on a break. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.